Hey, ladies and gents, this is Izdawiz, and this is our third installment of Cash for College, or Culling Collectibles for College Cash. All right, let me show you what's up today. I am going to be selling some figures that are really, really special, and these are part of my permanent collection. I'm not selling these ones, but I'm selling some that I have that are mint on card, so that have never been opened up. It's my light and dark talisman. Here is the light talisman. It's part of the Gothitropolis Scarabus figure wave. And as you can see, I have them displayed with Mythic Legions vampires. And here is the dark talisman. So I'm not going to take these down, but I'm going to review other figures that have the same articulation, and I'll show you the ones that are going to be on my eBay store, Izdawiz, Izdawiz, so you guys can have a crack at owning these figures that are not only amazing, but they're the rarest figures the four horsemen have ever made. So hard to get, hard to find, rarely on sale, and an exclusive that you're going to want to have if you're as big of a Four Horsemen fan as I am. All right, here they are. My incredibly rare, incredibly limited, incredibly beautiful light and dark talisman. And as I said, the rarest figures that the Four Horsemen have ever made, because these were exclusive to Toypocalypse in 2011, so 9 years ago. And there's something really special about the packaging. Let me show you that. Each one has a hand-cast and hand-painted Scarabus attached to the package. So, like I said, these have never been opened. They're in there with all their accessories intact, and I would not be selling these if I didn't have the extras that you've already seen, because these are my favorite Scarabus figures, my favorite Gothitropolis figures, hands down. And like I said, they're a permanent part of my collection. So as you can see here, this comes with some translucent flame effects. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 different hands. It's got 1, 2 different face plates that you can pop into the head, and I'll show you later on how that works. It's got the figure that you can open up the package. The package is collector friendly. It's got basically one twist tie there holding it in. I really like the fact that the monochromatic nature of these figures means you can really see all the sculpted details, and that's what really appeals to me. They have just a touch of color, like the eyes are red. You've got some gems, you've got some translucent kind of balls on the shoulders there and on the forehead, and it's just a touch of color that really pops. It's got these beetle-like or insectoid-like pincers that you can pop into the back or not, depending on whether or not you want it. And one of my favorite parts is this here, which is the staff, which looks really cool, and it has a scarab and it's got a beetle on it. Scarabus was the figure that won the Fantastic Exclusive contest. The fans voted to have him made after Zethius won the first one. So we got a good guy with Zethius, and of course everybody wanted a bad guy, and the Four Horsemen did not disappoint with this guy. Let me show you what this one looks like. Here you have obviously the polar opposite of the black talisman, the dark talisman. There's some other accessories in here for timekeepers, like little secret accessories there. And then there is also a spear point in there. So I'll show you those accessories from another figure. But as you can see, this is light while that one's dark. It's got the same flame effects. These are in blue, translucent blue. The color is blue, so it's the white, polar opposite of the dark. So the way I have these in the collection set up are, you saw them, I kind of see them as kind of statues of Scarabus. They're just works of art. So sculpted beautifully, and let me show you here what another Scarabus figure looks like. This is Horus, I think. Horus or Horus. It's one of the Scarabus figures one of the variants, right? And so the way it works is this one comes with a bighorn ram head, but you can pop the Scarabus head on there, and then he can be a variant of Scarabus, or you can have him displayed as the ram. Again, these do not come with the variant ram head. I'm just showing this figure so you can see, because a lot of the sculpted parts are shared. There you go. So you can get a better look at like the shoulder pads, the cape, and some of the accessories. But I have this guy in my collection permanently displayed as this sort of goat god figure. So I don't have the pincers in here. Some people have put wings in there, but I don't have the pincers on this particular guy, although I do have the insectoid pincers on my other figures. All right, so let me show you how the Scarabus faceplate works. See, all you have to do is you can just pop the faceplate off of the head and replace it with either one of the other faces. And so each one is unique, and whichever one you prefer, that's the one that you can use. This isn't the Dark Talisman. It's got more of a glossy finish, and the Dark Talisman has more of a matte finish. I prefer the matte finish because like I said, it really highlights those sculpted details. So this has got all the articulation you expect from a Horseman figure. Great range of motion on the ball jointed shoulders. He's got a swivel at the bicep. He's got nice articulation at the elbows. He's got swivel and hinge at the wrist. And let's see what else. He's got a waist swivel. You can remove the cape, sculpted plastic cape, and every little accessory and detail is chock full of these details, like the Scarabus. You probably know Scarabus beetles are part of a Egyptian motif. This guy's got this kind of sort of forked tail, sort of demonic looking forked tail, some sharp, I don't know what these would be. They would be like a boot gauntlets or something, leg gauntlets. Sharp pieces on that. He's got the hooves, right? He's got swivel and hinge on the hooves, and of course knee articulation. And then he can even do the splits, right? So nothing here as far as the loincloth or the tail or anything inhibits the articulation. So that's and then the head, there's a broad range of motion there. Although the main Scarabus head will be a little bit limited because his horns go down, so he's not going to be able to turn his head around 360 degrees. So these figures are from the Gothitropolis property, so they're increasingly hard to find and increasingly expensive. And like I said, the light and dark talisman are the hardest ones to find. Do your own research, look on eBay. You'll see that these guys are not available for purchase very often because, first of all, they're awesome figures. People don't like to sell them. And I definitely wouldn't be selling them if it wasn't for, the Cash for College drive and the fact that I already have extras. So it makes me feel better to know that somebody else can enjoy the figures. Here are some of the other accessories that are hidden by this Gothitropolis logo. It's got a Timekeeper helmet, Timekeeper collar. It's got this sort of little sharp spearhead. I think also for the Timekeeper. He's got these Scarabus insectoid things. I've already taken out the spear, which you see here on this figure was there. The spear point, and then the actual rod here that attaches up to the Scarabus staff. So yeah, that's here's another look at the packaging here. The cool thing about this, like I said, was that there were quite a number of different variants that you could get. And you can see there's the Demon Fire Scarabus, Malcolm, which is an alien, Anubis. This guy is very, very popular, really expensive, hard to get. Azazel, the goat head, Thothos, which is another sort of Egyptian god. The Timekeepers are different figures, but they go with the Gothitropolis figures. Then there's Haris, which I've shown you. Horus, which is the bird god, very Egyptian. Nergal, which kind of looks like an alien. And then dormant form, Scarabus. And then there's the regular Scarabus. The dormant form is like a silver and purple motif. So there may be some more of these figures that I'm going to be selling. But if you look here, you can see the where it says Scarabus, Lord of the Resurrected. All of these are variants of Scarabus. It says, the day that the demon Scarabus first set foot on an earthly plane is unknown, but the earliest recorded stories of his influence were written around 3300 BC in ancient Egypt. So there's a lot of stuff there that you can pause and read if you care about Gothitropolis. But even if you don't know about Gothitropolis or the story behind it, these are really cool figures. And like I said, the rarest ones ever put out by the Four Horsemen. Talks here about the property. It says, excerpt from the book of Atellus, chapter 13. Vampires, zombies, and werewolves do not exist, at least not in the ways that we've been told. They are indeed very dark things that lurk in the shadows, though just out of our sight. After a bold entrance into our world in the ancient days, Scarabus and his kind have quietly lived in the dark corners of our world for ages. It is only now in the year 2332 that Scarabus has led his people into the open to build a great city that can harness his blasphemous power. Many are dedicated to hunting and eradicating Scarabus, but only the Demether family and the Order of Lunagoth possess the true tools to stop him. If he is not stopped soon, we must all fear for what will happen. If his evil plan comes to fruition, we must all pray that he never brings to life his abysmal city, his Gothitropolis. How cool is that? So the other cool thing about this is that these guys go great with Mythic Legions. They fit right in, scale-wise, size-wise, articulation-wise. They hold up as far as paint apps and all of that stuff. So that's it. If you're interested in purchasing these guys, since they are rare, they are pricey. I will warn you. Just go to the eBay store and search Izdawiz, Izdawiz, and look for Gothitropolis, Scarabus, light and dark talismans. I think I'm going to try to sell them both together. If not, maybe I'll split them up. But obviously, honestly, if I don't sell these, I don't really care because I like them so much. But I'd love to see them go to a good home. All right.
Is the Wiz signing out.